Good morning, students, and welcome to another online life science classroom of St. Michael's Academy. Today, I am going to start the second chapter, that is organs and systems of animals. This chapter belongs to zoology as well as physiology. So, let's start the chapter. So, my first question is, what are organs and systems? Organ in biology, a group of tissues in a living organism that have been adapted to perform a specific function. That means a group of tissues that perform a specific function. Specific function means here a same function. When a group of tissues perform a same function, that particular group of tissues are called organ. Suppose liver, stomach, and esophagus. These three organs in our body, or rather I can say in mammals, any mammal's body, they used to perform a function that is called digestion. That means helps in nutrition. One function only, that is digestion, that has been played by these three organs: liver, stomach, and esophagus. So these are called organs. Liver is an organ, a separate organ. Stomach is a separate organ, and esophagus is a separate organ. So in higher animals, organs are grouped into organ systems. That is, the esophagus, stomach, and liver are organs of the digestive system. Just now I told you. But organs may also form almost entirely of one kind of tissue. Sometimes, this is the rare case, but the organs form entirely one kind of tissue. For example, brain and spinal cord. Brain, all of us know that brain, where is it? And spinal cord, that means the vertebral column of our body, or in mammal's body at the back, or in dorsal portion, is formed of nervous tissue only. Bones are formed of connective tissue only. Now, if you'll open your book, you can see that in page number 17, there is an arrow diagram where it has been written cells. So, different types of cells or similar types of cells. See, the arrow diagram is there. There has been written similar cells. That means the similar cells form a tissue. Next, the different tissues form organs, and different organs form a system. That means in case of tissue only, similar cells required. But in case of organ formation, different tissues required, and in case of system formation, different organ required. Now my next question is, what is system? A system is a functional part of a body made of several organs. Just now I explained. Different systems. Generally, multicellular animal body. Why multicellular word I am using? Because more than one cell. Animal body is made up of more than one cell. That is, this is the actual meaning of multicellular. So generally, multicellular animal body is composed of many systems. Each system performs a particular function, and ultimately the whole body works. So the important systems are, first one is digestive system that helps in nutrition. Hope you are understanding. Now digestive systems are formed by some organs. These organs are formed by some different kind of tissues. and those tissues are formed by some similar types of cells. So if I'll arrange this in ascending order, then I'll arrange like this: cell, tissue, organ and system. And if I'll arrange this in descending order, then I'll arrange like this: system, organ, tissue and cell. Hope you have understood. Now we are talking about the second system. That's also a very important system of mammal's body, that is circulatory system, or animal's body circulatory system. This system helps in respiration. Now digestive system consists of esophagus, stomach and liver. These are the organs. Now circulatory system consists of mainly heart and blood capillaries. Now respiratory system helps in respiration, which consists of mainly lungs and alveoli. Next one is excretory system, which helps in excretion. Generally it consists of kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. These are all in your syllabus, so no need to worry. Slowly I'll explain, or else I'll explain it in my next class. Next system is reproductive system. This system helps in reproduction, that is to give birth to new individuals. That means when we discuss about frog, that means reproductive system helps to give birth to a new frog. And the last one is nervous system, which controls and coordinates the activities of all the systems. That means you can say in your own word, nervous system is the headmistress or headmaster of all the system of our body. Because if our brain works, then only we can do the works, or the other system can work within our body. Like digestion occurs, circulation of blood occurs, we can respire, or else excretory system also works, even reproductive system also works. But if brain stops working, that means it can affect all the systems of our body as well as an animal's body. Hope so you have understood. If you have not understood anything, so in my online class or Zoom live class, you can ask me the question. So please jot down the questions that you want to ask me. In the previous slide, we got a word tissue. What is tissue? A group or layer of cells that perform specific functions. For example, muscle tissue is a group of muscle cells. That means actually muscle tissue is made up of muscle cells. I told you just now that generally tissue is made up of different or similar types of cells, but they used to perform the specific functions. Now there are four basic types of tissue in animal body. What are those? First one is connective tissue. Second one, epithelial tissue. Third one, muscle tissue. And the fourth one is nervous tissue. Connective tissue supports the other tissues and binds them together. Because connection or connect, from this word, actually connective word has came. So connective tissue. Bone, blood and lymph tissues are called connective tissues. Now epithelial tissue provides a covering of our body. Actually epithelial tissue means skin. Skin, the linings of the various passages inside the body. Now about the muscular tissue, Already I told you as an example of tissue. That means group of muscle tissue is a group of muscle cells actually. Now the last one is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is specialized for communication and composes the brain, spinal cord and peripheral nerves. So actually in nervous system, two types of nerves are there. One is autonomic nervous nerves and another one is peripheral nerves. By function, they are different. Only this much in your syllabus. That's why I am not explaining this. The tissue consists of two major cell types. Neurons. Neuron is a type of cells. So neurons and glial cells. So a tissue consists of two major cell types. One is neuron and another one is glial cells. Neurons communicate with each other via electrical and chemical signals. Don't think that here electrical signals means we have to connect that particular animal body with by wire with a switchboard. This is not possible. Actually, this signal, electrical signal or chemical signals, whatever, it is made up of the specific types of hormones or any other special things. So within our body, sometimes chemical signals formed that converted into electrical signals. Now see the diagram. In the first diagram, maybe you are thinking what type of diagram I have given. So in the first diagram, this is the example of nervous tissue. Actually, this is a picture of neuron. This type of neuron, this type of neuron is the unit of our nervous system also. You can see a white light is coming down from up to down in this diagram. So the branched like structures, you can say dendron or dendrite. Next, the yellow one structure with the orange one, that is called the somatic portion. After that, axon start. Axon, this branch color stem type of portion is called axon. Yellow colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow color structures are there. These are called myelin sheath. And at the end, like root system, at the end, there is Ranvier nodes and synapse. You will read all these things in next to next class. So don't worry. But if you are not understanding anything, tell me in my Zoom class. I'll draw a diagram so that you will understand it better. Now see the next diagram. In the next diagram, skin structure is there. See the first one, like the pages of the book, it is folding. See the diagram, it's a GIF. So it is folding. That folding one, first one, is called epidermis. And the total skin is made up of epithelial tissue. Hope so. You have understood. This is a very interesting thing. I know this is not in your book, but for explaining this term, tissue, this explanation were needed. That's why I have explained this. Again, I am saying, if you are not understanding, obviously you jot down your question and you will ask me in my live class. For any subject related doubts or queries, you can send me mail through my mail ID shudeshna1.sma@outlook.com. Thank you students and have a nice day.